Hi, so another video regarding with Memberium and this website. So I also created some protection on some pages in this website, specifically like a custom way of protecting things. So the way this needs to work is we want, as you can see in here, you could see that you are like you don't have access, but the post is still showing. It's not hidden. And even if you don't have access, you could still see the title because again, these are not like built with the Elementor page builder and manually adding the functionality. These are dynamic. So when you assign a page to a program, it's gonna show up in here right away. Um, and I still want to show other programs even if it's locked. And the way it works is you need to set the settings properly with Memberium. And I also use the redirect functionality from Memberium. I'm actually using the shortcode. So let me show you exactly what I mean. So when I built this, I was trying to make sure that, for example, if they are in the 14-day fitness challenge, and let's just say, because in here I'm in day one, right? So I'm gonna navigate to that day one, and then let's just say I also wanna just go straight away to day two. If you're a very techy person, you know that this URL pattern is gives you an idea what's the link of the next page, and as you can see, it was locked. So maybe if you're a techie person, you could just change this URL and um, type it in directly. Okay. Now, it says not found. Page not found. Oh, I think it was changed to 02. Okay. Yeah. So, example, that's the page, and you're guessing the URL. But as you can see, that page loads, but it redirected me to this no access page. And I'm gonna show you how I did that. No, I just forgot the original link format, but um, that's the idea. I'm trying to move it in here, but it's not actually moving. But that's the idea that you could make sure, like how you could make sure that even if they try to force a URL or page to view, even if it's locked, you make sure that it's protected. Now this is super important because there are really person is very techy and maybe wanna access some of your content even if it's still locked from their view, and you wanna make sure it's protected. You wanna make sure they follow your guide. Like example here, it's a daily um routine, like there's a daily challenge and you don't want them to jump like day one and then day three. You want them for them to follow that in order because that's how this program is gonna work for them. So we also like we need to make sure that we protect the content that way. So I'm gonna jump in here as an admin and I'm gonna show you what I did. So first is day one. Um, and I'm gonna show you here. So there's some stuff that I did in here. So first is, as you can see, this is still protected with the 14-day challenge, and there is a required tag ID. So we are dripping this tag in Infusionsoft or Keep. It's an automation that we did, like to give a specific tag every 24 hours. So we have that in here. So required ID, if they don't have that tag, then they should not be able to access this content. Now, on the lower part, there's a section here. I don't think you could see it. So maybe what I'm gonna do is okay, I'm gonna scroll a bit up. So in here, I'm not sure if you could see my cursor, but It's this one. This one. When prohibited, you need to set that properly. Now, by the way, I was talking about this tag. You see it? This one? Yep, that one. So that's a drip tags that I created inside Keep. Okay, and then let's go back here. So when prohibited, okay, when prohibited, you wanna set this one based on how you need it to. Now, again, the rule for this site is to still show the content, like the excerpt, like don't hide that, so that they still see that there's this days that I'm gonna soon get. We still want to have members see that, but we don't want them to access it until they have the drip tag. So in here, when prohibited, we set it to excerpt. So excerpt means it's not gonna hide the content. It's not gonna hide the content. It's still gonna show the details. And if you have set the excerpt, then it's gonna show only that details. Now the problem with this build is I'm using purely the page builder. So it's hard to set the excerpt, but I did some trick how to make this work. But again, this is super important to set this at this set it this way, so that the content will still show on the list even if it's protected. Okay, now if we go to, I'm gonna go here, preview. I'm gonna go here, and then I'm gonna go to the okay, so the way that works, if I go to my single post, I was looking for it, and then if I go here, edit, so let's just wait for this to load. And as you can see, I use this redirect URL. So let's just open this. And I'm still using the dynamic field, the one that I use for showing the button access and then lock button if they don't have access. I'm using exactly the same dynamic field here, but the thing is I have changed this. So again, it's very powerful because we're using Memberium. So instead of using so I'm grabbing the tag, and since I have now that value here, what I did is I used this shortcode from Memberium, which is the hide from. So it says, not sure if you could read it clear, so let me try to zoom in. Okay, so it says hide from tag ID. So it means if the login member has this tag ID, which is the value that we set here. Which one is that? Here, if they have that ID, oops, then we're gonna hide this because we don't need to redirect them to the no access page if they have the right ID. But if they don't have that, then this is not, if they don't have that ID, if the login member has no tag with that, then we're not gonna hide this redirect. And that's what happened to my test user in here, where when I tried to access the day 2, I was redirected to this no access page. So if we go to hold on, I'm gonna zoom out so it's too big. If we go to Memberium and then go here, documentations, there's a lot of shortcodes available. And that's really their strength, the shortcodes, because again, you're not locked with a specific thing. You could be very creative and do what you need to do. But the hide from, it's this one. So hide content from user with specific um, tags. So hide from user with this tag. So what I did is hide from user with the right tag. So if they have the day 2 access, then that redirect is gonna be hidden and will not be redirected to the no access page really. Then content to be hidden. Instead of text, I use the redirect shortcodes that they have. So they also have that in here. Let's just show that. Redirect. This one. So redirect the viewer to a new page. Okay, so that's with Memberium. Now, I know that there's a lot of powerful plugins out there in terms of protecting your content. There's really a lot. There's a lot of new plugins as well. But what's great about Memberium is you could customize it the way you need it to because of their shortcodes. So that's one of the advantage. So this is really my choice if the website needs to be like customized like from this from the how the members should go through. I won't recommend like a learn dash thing or so. Instead, what I'm gonna recommend is to use Memberium and use some custom thing or custom setup inside your WordPress site and build some custom template or design with it. That's my opinion for this one. So I hope I have showed you an example of how to protect your content based on how you need it to. And there's still more options available, but that's one of it. And if you have any question, again, just comment that down below and I'm gonna do my best to answer your question as soon as I can. And thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you in the next one.